ജീവന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. Done. Thank you very much. Yeah. I like tough energy. You didn't ask for the fees. How much is this? Yeah. No, 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 no. It's okay. 100%. Okay, you can be here. I was just joking. um, okay. So the reason why I was asking you all to take a picture that you can see a device. This is a camera. This is a camera. This used to be the old camera where where you put the film. Okay. So you heard some sound of what does that happen? Did you see something? It's very fast. Okay. Now, can you say how long is a second? 60 milliseconds. How you can just like this can be a second? No, this is very fast, right? A second is like the moment that you start saying 1000. When that D comes in, that much time is a second. 1 second. 1000. This is 1 second. 2000. 1000. 2000. This is 2 seconds. Okay. So now your camera, there is something which is opening and closing for a specific time. That is called shutter. When you take a picture, you're getting a sound, right? The sound is from a shutter. So let me just keep 1 second. Just see here, okay? It's open for so time, right? And then it closed. That is called 1 second. So this is much faster than a second. Okay. Now, I'm just showing some idea about like what happens when you take a picture. When you take a picture, there is something which comes open and close, right? So in front of the camera, there is a lens. Okay, this is called lens. All right. And in lens also, there is some opening. You can see there is opening and closing, right? You saw? Hmm? You see? No, no, no. This is called aperture. Can see something opening and closing. See? Yeah? Yeah? Right? So how the light is going to a camera? How? First light is going through the lens, and then that light goes into the camera with the shutter. Okay? Because we need to get some light to any device. Like old days it was film. Now these days it is called sensor. Right? So that is how we get a picture. Right? You got some idea about how the light goes inside? So first the light passes through lens, and then the light goes to a shutter, and then that light falls on a sensor, and that sensor process as per the kind of way that control has been given, and then you get the picture. Okay, and that picture is called an exposure. It's called an exposure. Okay, now we will go in detail. Okay, any doubts so far? First, what you hear? The sound of a shutter. Okay, the shutter is opening and closing. And second, what we hear, what we saw? Aperture, the lens opening. It is something like, like when you go into a cinema theater, the cinema is already started. So when you go, so you won't get any kind of, like understanding about where is the seats are, right? So what happens when you're coming out, when you're outside, your aperture, your eye is your aperture. Your eye was smaller. The iris was smaller. So the moment that you entered into a theater, it is totally dark. You can't see anything. So slowly, your aperture, your eyelid, iris, just open up inside, which we don't know. But gradually it opens up, and when you sit in the seat, then you can see all the others sitting next to you. Did you notice that? Okay. Same way is in the camera also. Okay. Now, this is a this is the lens of the camera. Okay. And here is the body, this one. This camera, if I keep like this, the structure of the camera is something like this. Okay. Now, light moves through the lens, and it reflects on a mirror here, and then it goes back, and there is a prism which makes the lines as it is. So if you look, in your schools, like, you used to look through magnifiers, right? When you look through magnifiers, subject becomes upside down, right? Normally, if you put some water inside a bulb and look through that bulb, and the subject becomes upside down, right? So to make everything correct, there is some prism which makes the work. Forget about those things. Just to understand exactly how the light passes, this is important to know. Okay. Now, today we are going to discover something super cool called the exposure triangle that will help us take amazing pictures. What is the exposure triangle? What is a recipe? Your mom makes some nice food, right? So if she put lot of sugar in it, what will happen? You may not like it. Or a lot of salt, a lot of chili, and everything has to be correct. Okay. So in photography also, if you want to, yesterday you tried taking some pictures over here, and someone got some good pictures, someone didn't get. But what we did was, like, we kept the camera to control everything automatic. So now it is something like, think of the exposure triangle as a special recipe for making awesome photos. It has three important ingredients that work together. Let's find out what they are. So these are the one which I was just talking about. The first one is called shutter speed, second one is aperture, and the third one is called ISO. We will understand it. It is not a hard topic, but just keep your eyes open. Okay. Ingredient one, the first ingredient for your photography. What is that? Shutter speed. Imagine your camera is a super fast blinker. It can capture things that are moving or still. Fast blink freezes motion, slow blink captures motion. Now, our model was jumping, right? So to freeze there, what kind of speed that you need? You need to have faster speed, right? And if your speed is slow, what will happen when she jumps? The entire movement that you can see on the picture, it is really blurred, right? So what is that? It's a blinker. Think that shutter speed is a blinker. Faster actions, you need to have faster shutter speed. Slower thing, at times you create slower also. Okay. What is this? Motorcyclist riding. Okay. So here, to freeze him, you need to have faster shutter speed. What is this? There are a lot of cars going. So a lot of cars are going from here to there. How I come to know these cars are going from here to there? Huh? Not leading lines. The color, the indicator, the brake light of your car, and it is moving, and it is a slow shutter speed. Like the shutter is open, the cars are going, and then the shutter is closed. And this is the cars are coming from there. How I come to know about it? Headlights. And that headlight is not sharp. Why the headlight is not sharp? Because the car is moving. All other things are stationary, right? Other than the clouds. The building is stationary, and the trees are there, and the lamp post, everything is stationary, it stays there. But what all are moving in this picture? Cars are moving and clouds are moving. Okay. What is this picture? Waterfall. So you see the waterfall like this, or you see the waterfall with water spills. Here what happens is there is one gentleman standing here, and your shutter of the camera is open more time, so that when the water falls down, and it gives some sort of milky feel. Okay. So here the shutter speed is slow. What is this? This is a balloon. Okay. Can you imagine when you use a pin on the balloon and it breaks, it stays like this forever? Yeah. So what kind of shutter speed that you need to have? Very fast. Very fast, right? Right? What is this? A biker jumping. Now, to keep him focused, keep him steady, so what you need to have? Faster shutter speed, just to freeze. Okay, so suppose if you want to get him in the field, okay, everything else remains same. If you put a slow shutter speed, what happens? When he jumps, it will show a blurry image. Sometimes it looks good. It shows some sort of motion, right? Instead of keeping everything frozen. So sometimes that small moment, if you see, that gives the viewers what? A very good experience, right? Yeah. Now, what is this? Water droplet. You all can take pictures like this. The kind of camera what you have, with that camera, you can take pictures like this. But can you imagine if you drop something on the water and the droplets stays on the same place? For that, you need to have special lights, because you need to make the shutter speed too much faster. Okay. So now you got what exactly is the shutter speed? Yeah, clear? But when yesterday, when we were doing the practice photo shoot with your automatic settings, who was controlling the shutter speed? Camera. Camera was controlling everything. How camera was controlling this? Automatic. So how that automatic things came in? There are some very good brains sitting in Japan. Okay. They created different light situations. Okay. They thought of different light situations. And then they put all this data inside your camera's computer brain. Okay. The moment that you were just pressing your shutter release button half, the camera brain see that particular light over there, and then the brain decide, oh, what kind of shutter speed that I want to give, and then you take the picture. Most of the time it becomes all right because there are real good brains sitting back in Japan. But at times, if you want to control as per your wish, so you have to use your personal what? Brain, right? So shutter speed, you got some idea, right? Fast action photography, you need to freeze the subject, you need to have faster shutter speed. And sometimes some sceneries you want to get the milky effect of the waterfall or the leading lines of those, the trailing, the what is that called, motor car trail lights. If you want to capture, then you need to have longer shutter speed. Got it? What is this, the difference between these two? Which one is faster shutter speed and which one is slower shutter speed? Left or right? I just already mentioned there, right? Okay. Okay, the left one is the faster shutter speed and the right one is slower shutter speed. In slower shutter speed, what happens? It is moving, the wheel is moving, and the light is also just keep moving along with the wheel. So the movement of the light also captured on your camera, right? So you all can create something like this, not today. Today you are just listening because it's a huge subject, but at least, if you get some basics of understanding about this, later stage, once you have cameras or smartphones, you can create something creatively. All right. Any doubt? No doubt? So these shutter speeds are calculated in cameras in different ways. Like 1 second is the one which I showed to you, right? 1 second. 1 second. Half second, much faster. 1/4 of a second, faster than that. Then if it goes to 1/100th of a second, faster than that. Now for us, uh, if you are holding a camera, being a human being, if you want to take a picture, handheld picture, minimum shutter speed that you need to have is 1/100th of a second minimum. Which doesn't mean that always you keep at 1/100th of a second. Depends on different scenes. You should understand what kind of shutter speeds are to be used. All these things, once you go back, you can look through the YouTube, you'll understand. Okay, because if you first time watch anything through the YouTube without understanding about this, it will take a lot of time for you to get some idea. Now, after listening what I'm saying, and then you go back, if someone having interest, that's all. No force. Like, yesterday I asked all of you to go and just have a look at the exposure triangle. Only 10% went into the internet and see that, because I never force it. It's all interest. Suppose if you have an interest into photography or to be a content creator, a proper YouTuber, or like a vlogger or blogger, you know, any field that you go, whether you are going into the engineering field, medical field, law field, or design, whatever it is, like anywhere, you need to have some sort of you need to talk about you, right? So what about this? See here, here the waterfall with the faster shutter speed, you can see the spill of water here, right? Whereas slow shutter speed, which is 15 second, 15 second means like this. The shutter is open for 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, 8000, 9000, 10,000, 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. Then close. Can you believe this? These are the way photographers take their pictures. And that's what happens with these uh, digital cameras, digital SLR. Exactly what are settings that you need to do to take a good picture. Okay. Now there are 4 pictures. Out of this, which one is the best exposed picture according to you all? What happened to this one? It's called underexposure. Underexposure. Okay. So what happened to this? Too bright. Overexposure. What about this? It's okay, right? But when it comes into, like, suppose if you want to get the end foreground as well as, okay, right, as a correct exposure. But at times someone says this is correct exposure. Because, like, if your interest is the glow of this light, and for me, this is the correct exposure. So it's totally the way that you want to showcase your pictures to the world. Okay, so if you take a picture, and then what you are doing, you are just posting that picture on a social media, or you're showing those pictures to your friends, relatives, and then they decide, is this a good picture, right? What about this? Now you notice, yesterday I was showing so many pictures, the ones you took, right? So some of the pictures were too bright, and some of them too dark, and some of them came in really good. Yeah. So the really good ones are called correct exposure. That is this one. And this is called underexposure. And this is called overexposure. Now, for example, if I give you 3 numbers in shutter speed, 3 numbers in shutter speed, 1 by 15, 1 by 8, and 1 by 4. Which one is 1 by 8 in this? Middle. Middle one. If that is the case, right? If 1 by 15, 1 by 8, and 1 by 4, 1 by 4 is long time. The shutter is open long time, so you got a overexposed. 1 by 15 is shorter than 1 by 8. So you got a underexposure. And this is correct, 1 by 8. 1 divided by 8 seconds. So now you all understand about shutter speed? Got it? What a shutter speed do for cameras? It allows light. It allows light in time inside the camera. It allows light in time, right? Now the second ingredient, like salt, we put already the salt. Now let us put some chili powder. It is the eye of the camera. Eye. Okay, in your cameras, you can see on the mode dial TV. It's mentioned TV, TV. So this is AV. On your mode dial, you can see TV. Can you all check your cameras? AV also, yeah. So the TV control is the shutter speed. TV, okay? And the AV control is the aperture. Okay, so this is the eye of your camera, right? It's got smaller opening as well as bigger opening. The eye of your camera. Do you know we all have the same sort of mechanism in our eyes. You know that? It works, yeah? It's pupil, yeah, yeah. So what happens is, when you go in the sunlight, it goes smaller, right? And when you come inside a dark room, then what happens? Bigger. Okay? Now let us consider the biggest opening in your eye, some number, blindly, 1.8. Yes, Ria. You can see if it is bigger or smaller, you can see. But how much light can go inside, it depends on the smaller or bigger. Yeah. In yesterday, you were doing in automatic. So that time, what camera did? Camera automatically just tried to understand about the situation. Now we are learning manual. Now you are going to control your camera. So then I'll show you some example, then you'll understand. Okay. Any other doubt? Okay. Just like your eye gets bigger and smaller in bright and dark places, the camera's eye, which is aperture, does the same. Big eye for more light, small eye for less light. I created this presentation today morning because I had a presentation for big guys. you know. Then yesterday while I was just sleeping there, I was just thinking, how can I talk to these kids about those big numbers and things like that? Then I thought, okay, let me create that as an ingredient. Is this understandable, or I'm trying to reach into your level? It's okay. Okay, cool. Can you see the beauty of this picture? There are this is the kind of picture you all want to shoot, right? You want to have the subject in focus, everything else is out of focus and all. This is the blurred, right? This is the kind of way that you want to shoot pictures, yeah? Okay. So this is been done with aperture. It's been done with the aperture. So what happens if your aperture is bigger? Aperture of the glass is bigger. Wherever you focus, only that part getting very clear in focus. All the other side will become blurred. Okay. What happens when you do this? Bigger lens opening. Hello, Donald. Good. I'll ask you to inspire these guys later. Have a seat. You're going. If you're going, I just introduce you, and then yeah, yeah. Please come. Please come. Please come. Please come. I just introduce you. He is Donald Gumiran, one of my good friend. We went together for Holi. Which year it was?
2014.
2014. Yeah, the real Holi in India. Like we Barsana and yeah. So like we went there only for what? Taking pictures. Just taking pictures. And then some of these areas, like you need to sit there for 9 hours. I sat for 9 hours to take one picture because it's so. How many of you saw Holi? some ideas you have, yeah, in pictures at least. It's the toughest time. I will never go. I decided. Yeah. So we were sitting there for hours and hours to get the best pictures. He is an multi-award winning photographer. Donald, you can all look into his Instagram page and you can see his a lot of award he won. Yeah. Photography is not just a very simple hobby. It's a very hard hobby. Like if you want to achieve into the next level. Okay. These are the kids, only 3 days old kids.
Also kids.
Yeah, I know. If you have some small tips for these kids to understand. Just now, we are coming into aperture only.
You can check my. Anyway, I brought my my book.
Just show him just quickly. Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is my latest printed book. Actually, printed in London, and this is my first cover. So mostly here I have I can send
Yeah, yeah,
later.
yeah.
So basically, because I love to go to travel. This is I think 20 times to
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
India, and also
And when we were sitting on the top, he was just roaming around the street taking
so
pictures.
instead of
He
taking,
knows.
yeah, I love taking photos. Basically more on humanity. So I think this is my 13 years to take photography. This is some of my photo that. Anyway, there's no such technique on getting taking a photo of everything. You just you just follow what you love. You know, there's a lot of style in photography. You have landscape, you have event, etc. But what the techniques is really important is you follow what you love. If you really love landscape, you take landscape. You really love portrait, travel, and the good thing with travel photography is like you can take photo anything. Okay, I think it's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, see,
You can.
yeah, I'll just keep it here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you
you, man.
very much.
Yeah, you'll be here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is what exactly what he said is like, like why I'm teaching all these rules to you, just for you to understand about how you can control your settings, right? If you don't know anything, also carry your camera, keep everything in automatic mode, and keep shooting. Don't worry about you need to have to get an understanding about all these things. Then only you can shoot pictures. No, like yesterday, day before yesterday, we learned something about composition, right? If those engineers are very smart enough to create your camera to work automatic, why do you need to break your brain? At times, if you want to create something really of your own way, then you understand about these three techniques, and then keep moving. Okay, framing is very important. Having a look of those intelligent photographers, just keep watching magazines, Instagram pictures in on magazines and everything. Just keep watching, and then you create your own style, right? Okay. So here again, look at them and look at all the background, and you all allowed to take something like this, right? When you see his picture, also you can see a lot of something like that. See here, Mehndi, right? Yeah. So the bride, she's totally out of focus. So like this. So what happened? You kept your shutter aperture bigger, so that only the hand come in focus. Everything else is out of focus. Okay. Now here, look at here. This is a scenery. You can view properly, or you want me to switch off the light? That's okay. Here, what happens? From here till there, everything is in focus. So on my eye, what did I do to get everything in focus? I kept it like this. I kept like this. Yeah. Yeah. No. Because that is, I kept like this to get this picture. Bigger lens opening. Okay. I kept like this, small one, to take everything in focus. Okay. Everything in focus. Smaller. Now you see here. What is this? Chess, right? Now, when you take picture of a chessboard, this side and this side, there are all these coins there, right? Now, what happened here? F2, your lens opening is bigger. Hmm? You got only the front side of the chessboard, coins clear in focus. Everything else is blurred. If you want to get everything in focus, F16, close down. Consider this number as smaller number, bigger opening. Bigger number, smaller opening. Okay. Don't get confused. Let the number be like that. Just think that, okay, small number, you get more area in focus. Big number, you get less area in focus. See, just have a look at this. Any confusion? What happened in 1.4? Only she is in focus. 2.8, little bit more in focus. 4, little bit more. And 16, everything is in focus. Okay. Before we go to the third ingredient, let us have something to eat. Then you also will get relaxed. Okay? Then we'll come back. Is that okay? Okay. We'll take 10 minutes break. No, 5 minutes break. Okay?
you know, there's many specialized in photography, but so when you are taking a lot of photos, later you will know that you love something special. For me, I love to take photos for the babies more than anything else. I like to take photography for adults, for models, for street photography, anything. But I love to take babies photos more than anything. I'll show you some of my photos that I do. Okay, let's start with maybe first birthday. Yes, maybe. So when the baby is 1 year old, usually it's the first time he can taste the sugar, and it's allowed to him to taste the sugar. So here we celebrate this kind of photography, this kind of occasion, sorry, by taking photos while he's doing cake smash. So he will we take nice photos for this. I think this is one of the photos when his first birthday. I do nice themes, simple themes. I don't like to add a lot of things. I like to keep it simple to show more the baby more than the accessories. So here one of the photos. Maybe I can show you some of the photos with cake smash. If there's you can scroll down. Maybe I think not in this. Maybe here guys smiling. You can see maybe another post while he's smashing the cake. Maybe down a little bit. The internet not to. Maybe we'll. Yeah, we can see it later. Maybe down when it's download.
You can go to her
Instagram.
site on the Instagram, and then keep watching the kind of way that she shoots.
Yes.
I didn't ask her to bring a
Yeah, it's my.
presentation or anything. I
Yes.
just asked her, please come, just give some inspiration to
Yeah.
this. That's it.
But I have a lot of content. Maybe here you can see this one. This one. Yeah. It's like a video, but he's doing here. Can you see? Is he smashing the cake? Yes. So here, as you see, he's enjoying the photo shoot. They play with the cake. They also after the cake, they some babies if they like water, we put water and bubbles and lemon, and they enjoy their time. So it's real celebration for them. And also I do the newborn, which like you see this one, the newborn photos we take it from 1 week until 2 weeks only. Sometimes more than that, but for the newborn photos, it should be before 2 weeks. They are so tiny, so cute. We can, they are so flexible, so we can do a lot of things for them, like do that, her hands inside, their legs up, so we can rub them. We can get a lot of cute photos, like you see here. They are maybe a lot. There's yeah, like this one, you see they are sleeping safe. As you see, it's not easy to take this kind of photos. It's really hard because you have to know how to rub them, how to deal with the babies before you take the photos for them. So it's really hard, but it's really cute. Sometimes it takes sometimes it takes 2 to 3 hours to take maybe two themes for the baby, different themes, but it's so cute. As you see, this is baby girl. Also, I do kind of maternity. This is mom when they are pregnant. They like to celebrate this kind of occasion. So we take nice photos for them in their 6 months, 6, 7, 8 months. We take this kind of photos. It show the mom how it's special moments, beautiful. It's very beautiful to take nice photos in this occasion. Also, you see family photos. And this is the cake smash, one of the cake smash photos. See, she's so cute. This one also, we did nice theme, special theme. Sometimes we add like a theme. Sometimes like a character. Maybe you can choose one character and add. This is outdoor family photo shoot. We can find nice place and take some special moments for the family so they can remember it later. Motherhood also. We see mom and the girl. This one. Maybe it's a video, I think. This is me with my mother also. Yeah. Yeah, this is me with my mother also on Mother's Day. Uh, this one is like on her. This is it was Ramadan theme. Also, this is a newborn. It's only 10 days, as you see. We can do a theme like they are taking shower. There's a lot of ideas you can do in this kind of photography. So, what do you think? This is also for the this baby. It's I think 2 years. We get nice photos for her, and also this flower band. It show her. It shows how cute the baby is. So we can add some accessories to show them more. Hmm? Also, we can take photos for the babies under like 6 months when they are starting to sit down. So we can also do a nice theme for them, a simple one to show the baby more, يعني more than accessories. I like that, simple photos. Also, this is so nice so the family they can remember how they was cute when they are when they are was so small. What do you think? You like this kind of photography? Who will be a newborn photographer? You think you like it? You want to be a newborn photographer? Very nice. Did you see a newborn before? Wow. So what do you think? Any question about that? You don't know how to you don't want to ask me any question? No, it's nice. You like it? Okay. Which one? Which one you like more? The baby is a newborn or bigger? Mm. Which one you like more? They are shy.
Yeah. Thank you,
You're
Nada.
most
Anyhow,
welcome.
yeah. So if you have some doubts or anything, you can always ask her, and you can follow her. And then, parents, if you have some sort of, you won't regret.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
And thank you very much. Today,
Thank you.
that's the end of our session. You can keep all the cameras back. So tomorrow when we come, like let us all come by around 10:30. Okay. So we start from each settings what we learn, and then from there, we move forward. So we have 2 more days to go. Hmm? Yeah. Okay.